you know that we still have slaves in the United States of America? These slaves are killing their families, harming their unborn children, and even slowly torturing themselves to death. Are you one of these slaves? If you smoke cigarettes, you are a slave of tobacco. According to the American Lung Association, 4.6 million people smoke cigarettes. Even if you do not smoke, chances are you have a family member, relative, or even a friend who does smoke. Stopping the smoking epidemic is relevant to all of us. Although I have never smoked, I have seen some of the harm caused by smoking and secondhand smoke. My grandmother has COPD, my great-grandfather died of lung cancer, and a cousin died of tongue cancer. I became interested in this subject when my brother rented an apartment. Although smoking was banned, his room and clothes started to smell like smoke. He found out that someone new had moved in downstairs and started smoking. The information I'm going to share with you today comes from 5 research-based articles and from my observations. The goal of my speech today is to show the dangers of smoking, provide a solution to the problem, show how you will benefit, and encourage you to join in the fight to save lives. Now let's begin by looking at the hazards of smoking. Today we will start out by discussing how smoking affects your overall health, how harmful secondhand smoking is, and the expenses of this destructive habit. As stated in the Reject All Tobacco Fact Sheet by the Mississippi State Department of Health, cigarettes contain more than 7,000 toxic chemicals, including those found in bug spray and mothballs. In the research report Addiction, the article Cigarette Tax and Public Health, What are the implications of financially stressed smokers for the effects of price increasing on smoking prevalence by Christy Martyr, Richard Maddox, Christopher Doran, and Wayne Hall, tells that cigarette smoking is the largest single cause of preventable mortality worldwide, and approximately 4.8 million deaths were attributable to smoking. Smoking affects almost every organ in your body. Cigarette smoking causes approximately 9,000 lung cancer's death and 1 million deaths from COPD. This is a picture of a smoker's lung, and this is a healthy lung. See how the smoker's lung is black? That's from the tar, and the healthy lung is pink, which is what it's supposed to look like. Not only does smoking affect the lungs, but it also can cause coronary heart disease, stroke, and other cancers found in the mouth, kidneys, colon, larynx, esophagus, uterus, and the cervix. As stated in Rat Fact Sheet, secondhand smoke is smoke that comes from the burning end of a cigarette and the smoke exhaled by a smoker. Nationally, about 42,000 non-smokers die each year from secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is also the 3rd leading preventable cause of deaths in the United States. It also causes coughing, colds, asthma, and earaches. Even brief exposure can be very dangerous. Cigarettes are also expensive in 3 different ways. Today, the minimum price of a pack of cigarettes is around $5. Just think, if you smoke 1 pack a day for a year, you spend around $2,000. Do you really want to burn $2,000? The annual healthcare costs in Mississippi directly caused by smoking are $1.23 billion according to RAP. Just think what it would be nationally. Also stated in RAP, tobacco companies will spend $8.8 billion on ads and promotions nationally trying to get people to smoke. Now that we have seen there's a serious problem, let's look at some ways that we can provide a solution. We can end the tobacco epidemic in this country by educating young people about the dangers of smoking and by assisting the ones who are already addicted to this habit. During the first stage, we need to learn prevention. According to the Addiction Research Report, we can take steps that make it harder for youth to use tobacco and raise the cigarette prices and enforce laws that prohibit the sale of cigarettes to minors. We can also require schools to have programs that teach about the dangers of smoking. For the adult population who are already addicted, there are several ways to help you quit smoking. Porter said, if a patient is unable to quit smoking with the use of counseling, support groups, and behavioral modification, nicotine replacement therapies are available. The American Lung Association states that there are 7 approved FDA medications available, such as nicotine patches, which this is what a nicotine patch looks like, nicotine gum, and lozenges. Also, there are nicotine nasal sprays and inhalers currently available by prescription. According to the article in Biomed Central, Electric Cigarette Patterns of Youth Health Effects Using Smoking Cessation and Regulatory Issues by Mohammed Rahman, Nicholas Hahn, Andrew Wilson, and Linda Carter, electronic cigarettes have the potential to become a valuable smoking cessation aid. E-cigarettes are battery-powered cigarette-shaped devices that vaporize a liquid solution which is inhaled orally to deliver a dose of nicotine to the user, stated in Biomed Central. Now let me tell you how this will be beneficial to your health. Imagine a world that is tobacco-free. We would not worry about secondhand smoke. We would not have to longer fear of tobacco-related diseases, and we would have more money in our pocketbooks. In conclusion, remember that the epidemic of smoking is 100% preventable. Let us all join in the fight to save lives and to help make our next generation smoke-free. Listen to the advice from CDC and call 1-800-QUIT-NOW if you are a smoker. If you're a non-smoker, encourage your friends to call this number. And here's my number on the board for anybody who needs it. Let's do not be a slave of tobacco.